Hey guys, it's Alex. This is weird. I haven't made a YouTube video in so long. We're just gonna be okay. This is my intro. Hi, I'm Alex. A lot of things have changed since the last time I made a video, and I'm here. I am in the process of making my very first Reddit account. I love watching these videos so much, so I thought I would read a couple of things for you. I know that everyone is doing that, but like I am petty. I need to read the stories. I want to go through the stories myself. I need tea. I need the gossip. Okay, I just want to read it. So, style your average I like the mustache. No. I feel like all the good ones are gone now. For right now, we'll select it. Okay, for right now. I love this. I want like a really juicy one, you know? I know everyone does these, but like I love them so much. Okay. Am I the asshole for not paying for my daughter's wedding when I said I would before? In this economy and I, 56 male, used to say to my daughters, two, okay, 30 female and 32 female, that I would pay for their wedding when the time came. I get it, but also, okay, let's just read. A few things happened that made me change my mind, and I'm now being called the asshole. First off, I finally started dating my now wife, Claire, 34 female, and we've decided to get married after 8 months together in 2022. Okay, this might seem soon, but we've known each other a long time. How long? Both my daughters disapproved of my marriage and refused to come to my wedding because they have not met her. This was their choice because they disapproved of the age gap and because I texted them that I was going to get married 6 weeks before the date. I thought not showing up was super disrespectful and I distanced myself from them. Second of all, my daughter's fiance never asked for my blessing or anything like that. Okay, that's such like an old tradition. And women are not properties. Okay, let's get rid of that tradition. So, second of all, my daughter's fiance never asked for my blessing or anything like that. And I was told that my wife is not invited to the wedding so that we won't upset the ex wife, their mom. Both my daughters have been annoyed at me for marrying Claire, for not spending enough time with them at Christmas. They're in their 20s, they're not children, but they're your children. And for not seeing them on weekends, and they still expect me to pay for their wedding, question mark. I'm not planning on giving them anything. Oof. Claire's on my side, and some of the family's calling me an asshole and saying I should do it. Am I the asshole? Ooh. Okay, wow. There's so many layers to this. So you're 56 years old and your now wife Claire is 34. How long have you guys known each other? Like that's a pretty large gap. And you guys have known each other for a while, but like also you guys are adults. You guys are consenting adults. You guys want to get married after 8 months. You know, you guys can do you. That's fine. But she's never met your family? Like that kind of like why I know like they didn't approve or anything, but you could have still tried to like introduce you guys and like I know it's kind of weird. To me that would be weird because your daughters are the same age as your wife. It's kind of weird. But again, you guys are adults. You're consenting adults. This is totally fine. I just don't know how long you've known her. That's the only thing. But they still want you in their lives. They're not, they just don't like Claire, which is, that's tricky. That's between your daughters and Claire. But they still want to see you and you're not spending time with them. They have maybe brought this up a couple of times. They want to still have a relationship with you because you're their father. They want to try with you. This one's tricky. Let me read some comments because I honestly don't know. That's such a tricky situation. Did you ask Claire's father for her hand in marriage, or did he ask his daughters before adopting their older sister? If he gets a say in who they bring into the family, they should too. You're the asshole. Oh, I immediately thought about that, or of her being the daughter of some of his friends that he's known for a long time, but really any hypothesis crosses my mind if it's from bad to worse. Especially when he said he finally started dating his wife. And also, like, they don't want to invite Claire because it's going to upset their actual mom if Claire is there. So they're being respectful to the mom. So I didn't pick this up the first time. He dropped the bomb on them 6 weeks before they were going to get married. Like, they had no clue. Like, bam, we're going to get married, and it's in 6 weeks. Yeah, you guys have never really met her, so maybe they don't know each other at all. Like, what were, like, also, she's like the same age around you guys. Like, that's just like a lot. I'm gonna say you're the butthole in this situation. I'll give you like a rating, like 0 out of 10. This is 2 out of 10 buttholes. Because one, you drop this information on them 6 weeks before you're going to get married. Two, they've never met Claire. And three, Claire's is like the same age as your daughters. Four, you've always promised that you would pay for the wedding, which is something that you offered to them a long time ago. This is not something that they are requesting, like, they're requesting it now because some of them are like going to get married soon, maybe. But you promised that, and you just dropped this bomb on them. They don't know this woman who is the same age as them, and it makes his ex-wife very uncomfortable that Claire can't be invited to their wedding, and he's acting like he did nothing wrong. Like, I don't, he's not spending time with his daughters. He hasn't, I don't, he hasn't really tried. I feel like there's more to the story, and I would love to hear the daughter side of it to see what they actually think and not just his side of the story. But I'm gonna get what I say, 2 out of 10 buttholes. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Am I the butthole for leaving a vacation I planned for my girlfriend after her friends came along? Right off the bat, I'm gonna say no, but my prediction is gonna be, we'll see. Okay, so my girlfriend Sarah, 29, and I, male, 28, have been dating for 5 years, and I wanted to go on a vacation with her to celebrate. I planned the trip for several months. Of course, I shared my plans with her and decided on skiing, snowboarding, other winter activities in Colorado. The activity seemed perfect, and I was looking forward to this for months because I wanted to propose to her at the end of the trip. This was just like an anniversary trip. Okay, I was just making sure it wasn't like her birthday or something like that. So, 5 days before the trip, Sarah dropped the ball on me that she invited two of her friends to meet her there. Okay. I was upset because I wanted to spend one on one time with Sarah for our anniversary. I feel like it was plain and clear that this was a trip just for us. Even though I expressed my concerns, Sarah insisted that her friends already made the plans to come and won't back out. Okay. I decided to accept this because there was no way for me to force her friends not to come. I wish I fought on this more. I figured we could make some changes to our plans and I would still be able to propose to her privately. Sarah essentially blew me off for her friends and we didn't get any private time. Oh, this sucks. After 3 days of being in second place, I decided to leave the trip and head home. I told Sarah why I was leaving and she was upset. She told her friends about my decision and I was ganged up. I was ganged up on. They said they were all having a great time. She thinks I'm being a jerk for making her pick between her friends and me, even though her friends weren't invited in the first place. Yeah, I don't. Why did she invite her friends to like an anniversary vacation? This is really fucking weird. I'll continue. I never had any personal issues with her friends prior to this trip. I never made Sarah pick between me or her friends because everyone needs friends outside of a relationship. I'm at home now and thinking about everything. I have a day to myself before Sarah comes home, so at least I get to relax a bit. Sarah and her friends think I'm overreacting and think I ruined the trip, I think Sarah was disrespectful and rude to me by ruining the proposal. Oh, sorry, ruining the purpose of this trip and having her friends gang up on me. Am I the asshole? Edit. This was a planned anniversary romantic trip. I was clear that we had plans just for us two. We've been on other anniversary trips together without her friends there. We did discuss marriage beforehand. It's not like a proposal wouldn't have been out of the blue. My friends are here at the house and they have been running potential interference just in case her friends try to bombard me and harass me. They have been great and I'm so glad to have them. So he's planning this romantic 5 year anniversary. Like, I feel like 5 years is a big anniversary. And for you two to like all hang out and stuff like that. And he has something planned. And I feel like maybe a way to convince, which he can't fix the past, but I feel like one of the ways he could have convinced the friends not to come is to tell him his plan for the proposal. So that way they know, they're in the know about this. And to, of course, not say anything to her. It's like, hey, like, I know you guys want to come along and like this would be super fun, but like, can we do this another time? Because I have this proposal plan. Like, I want this to be super romantic for the both of us. This is a big anniversary trip. He should have talked to her or talked to her friends um, more, I guess. Just kind of like explain the whole situation. I don't know how much he did explain if he only talked to his girlfriend, Sarah. I don't know why she invited her friends on this romantic anniversary. Like, this is not just like, it would be different like if he was inviting friends, like, hey, this is going to be like a friend group hangout, we're going to go skiing and whatever. But like, she knew that this was for an anniversary. So like, I don't know, that's kind of weird. That's really weird of her. But no, I don't think he's the butthole in this at all. Sarah, I'm going to give like a 0.5 out of 10 buttholes. Not the butthole. Are you sure you still want to propose? This, even if it wasn't a proposal trip, this was so disrespectful of Sarah to basically pull the rug out from under him and get her friends to gang up. To do that to someone you've dated for 5 years, jeez. I feel like, I don't know, it's like, why don't you want to be alone with him? Like, is she having second thoughts? Like, this is so weird. I just can't understand why she would think this was appropriate to invite her friends on a romantic trip, firstly. And secondly, why didn't she run it past OP before doing it? What a selfish, inconsiderate, rude, and ungrateful act. Then, once she forced him to accept it, she leaves him out of things in favor for her friends, who then gang up and gaslight him, accusing him of ruining the holiday. How dare they? Like, red flags. Ooh, maybe the girlfriend was talking about the upcoming trip and the friends invited themselves. She still sidelined OP. He should definitely hold off on the proposal, but maybe she knew he was going to propose and didn't want to marry him. So she invited them on purpose to ruin it. I'm like, why? You know it's going to be a romantic trip. This is not your first romantic trip together. I'm like, what is she's trying to do something, but you need to sit down and communicate with each other. You need to talk to each other because that's that was so incredibly rude. You just need, like, if he's not the one, you need to cut him loose and not waste his time. All right, trigger warning. This is going to be about being forced out of the closet against your will. Okay, am I the butthole for the advice I gave my younger stepsister after she was outed against her will at school? Okay. So when I was 18, my mom remarried my stepdad. Remarried? Like, I don't think that's worded right. I don't know. When I was 18, my mom married my stepdad who had a baby girl, and we became as close as sisters as she grew up. Okay, so she's a girl. I am now 34 and she is 17. Last week, she got outed at school, and to make a bad situation worse, her dad was mad at her, said she was lying for attention. Oh, and when she said it was for real, called her a slur. She came over to my apartment distraught, looking for some advice. I'm a lesbian and I have been out for years. Okay. I told her that I was so sorry that happened. That was so crappy since she deserved to be able to decide who to tell and when. But she wasn't the only one outed. Huh? But she wasn't the only one outed. Her dad, he just outed. Oh, okay. I'm like, what are you saying? Her dad, he just outed himself as a bigot. He outed himself as someone who should have never became a parent if he wasn't ready to love and accept his own damn child. Mm-hmm. Her school administrators outed themselves as negligent, probably even in legal sense. But overall, when I come out, I often out other people way harder than I out myself. It can be hard, but it also can feel empowering to take the torch to the darkness, light it for all the others to see, and burn it away. Just by being in the room and letting people tell on themselves we're outing bigots, I let them become known as ignorant and bigoted because that's a hell of a lot worse than being known as queer. I told her it was horrible her story was taken from her, and I hope she knew it wasn't taken forever. It's her right to say as much or as little to whoever she wants. And if someone gossips, they don't know her heart. They're just revealing their own hatred and ugliness. So don't let it eat at you. That's true. So document and record it if you want, share it if you want, or keep it just in case. But whatever you do, it's your call, it always is. We talked well into the night, and she was feeling way better afterwards and was ready to go home and face her dad again. Well, shortly after she went home, my mom called me. She said that my sister had come home and told her dad that they should agree to disagree about her sexuality, and anything further he had to say about it spoke only to his character and said fuck all about her. When he tried to argue, she took out her phone and started filming and saying, "Do tell, you had a fucking child and you weren't ready to love it? Get a fucking dog if you want." Get a fucking dog if you want something that'll come back begging when you abuse it. Oh my god, girl. Okay. My mom called me furious because she thought I coached her on what to say, which I genuinely hadn't. I told her what advice I had given, and she was angry I even said that much. Mm. And asked me if it would have killed me to say that I think her dad loves her and to give him some time to understand. How old are you? You should understand enough by now, right? I was irate to hear that, honestly, because I can't talk. Like what she actually said was heartbreaking, and it hurts to hear my mom and stepdad didn't listen one bit. Am I the butthole for the advice I gave? No. You're not the butthole. This person says a la la little a la 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 little bit Alexis says, not the butthole. This is the kind of support she needs. Being outed is awful and traumatizing. Poor kid. As a parent, he should feel ashamed that he is not the one offering this level of unconditional love and should support his own child. Okay, yeah, this whole situation, the parents should have done a whole lot more. I don't even remember what he said at the beginning. This was a long story. Oh, he was saying that he didn't believe her and just saying, you're faking it, and then called her a slur. When you have a daughter, actually, no, the older one is his stepdaughter, but she's a lesbian. Like, you've had all this time to get used to that daughter being a lesbian, but you can't believe that your own blood would be a lesbian or however they identify. But she was just outed. She wasn't ready to tell anybody what it sounds like, and he doesn't believe her. No, you're just a bigot. And the mom trying to stick up for the stepdad's like, well, he hasn't had time to process it and all. No, I think he's had a lot of time to think about that, and straight up just a bigot. That's it. That's what he's clearly always thought. Lying for attention. No. For me personally, I was never outed. I was deep in the closet because I was still questioning myself at that time. We did have a group of girls that would spread rumors. No, actually, there was a lot of like rumors that would spread around about people potentially being gay and like all this stuff, like just trying to like they're acting like being gay was like a bad thing. And the amount of people that came out after graduating high school is a lot for my conservative small town. It's very religious because people would just bully and pick on each other, and they would always say like, you know, they would always say, "Oh, that's so gay," as being, "Oh, that's so stupid." Like I graduated in 2013. Like that was the thing. Which is awful. And because people would say, "Oh, that's so gay," or they would make fun of men for being feminine, or they would just make fun of gay people all the time, that like we stayed in the closet as deep as we could, like we would just deny ourselves, and we never had the room to grow or to question ourselves or ask other peers, and like we didn't have that option because it just wasn't a thing. Like it's not like how it is today. So a lot of us came out a couple of years later after we graduated high school. We were safe away from those assholes, but like we did have people that would spread rumors. They did, I mean, they would be true about those people later on, but like it was not cool at the time. And our guidance counselor, like the principal, never did jack shit. Never did jack shit about it. And people just be bullied, and they would just like make people feel like an outcast, when it's like it's just who I like. How does this affect you? It doesn't, because honestly, you're just mad because I don't find you attractive. That's why. But anyway, I think the sister did what she was supposed to do. She was being a sister. And honestly, at that age, um, that's really great advice. Like expose the bigotry, get it on camera. I love this advice. I wish I had this advice for like high school. It's like record the people that are being bigots right now. Do it. What are they afraid of? They shouldn't be afraid of anything, right? Okay. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love Reddit. I love reading about these, and now I have a Reddit account, and I'm going to find the weirdest stories to tell you guys. That is my goal. Also, if you did not know, I do have a Twitch account. I have been live streaming every couple of days or so. I've played City Skylines, Sims 4. I'm still doing the 100 baby challenge. And then I've also did a YouTube reaction video where I talk about shitty jobs and people quitting, and I have a lot of bad job stories. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you all next time.